how to deal with different types of one exercise I given to you. Have you tried that exercise? So yesterday we learned one concept, how to work with the arrow functions, that is lambda functions, right? How do we define the lambdas and configure the lambda functions, right? I given one exercise to try. Anyone tried that? Yesterday given one exercise to try. Anyone done that? Able to do that? That's good, right? Good, fine. So if you have done that, then I will give you one link. Right. Okay, if you've done that exercise, you submit those exercises here. I sent you a message to everyone. You submit your exercises there. Screen I haven't yet shared, right? That's the reason it is not coming. It will come. When I share, it will come to you, right? I sent you a message to all, that is the Dropbox link. You can submit those exercises there. If you are unable to do, attend the lab sessions. In the lab sessions, you will learn how to do it, right? So in the lab sessions, you will get an answer for that. So if you have done, that's good. People who done, you can submit there. Yeah. So that is the basic things we learned about arrow functions. Technically, I given you an overview of how to write the functions and configure them. Lambda functions, right? Next important, you need to know about two more points here. That is, so new data structures in JavaScript. So the new data structures, we have to handle the data. Actually, earlier we have object. Object is object. So that is the data structure. It is not new. So these are the data structure earlier. Data structure earlier, we have array, we have objects, we have JSON type data. The new data structures from ES6 onwards. ES6 onwards, we have data structure like map and a set like data structures to get more control over the data. So more better representation of data, because in real time dealing with only array and object is risky while dealing with specific data. That's the reason to overcome those issues, these new types are designed. Actually, so technically map is a new data structure. So introduced in a ES6. So which allows to configure a collection of key and value references. Collection of key and value references. So the key value references can be configured through map. Technically, to design that, how we can create the map, how do we add some basic points we need to know here. That's the new data structure actually. Generally, key value collections are very common in our other technologies. JavaScript, especially when dealing with those type of technologies, we need a combination to use correctly. So that's the reason we have a key value collection. Generally, we can create a map. Map is equal to new map. So map is a new data type, just like array. It is a new data type. But advantage is it can keep the key and value collections in a perfect way. You can configure. That means a map can be created. So by using this map, it contains some important properties, some important properties and methods. So to handle the data collection, it has some important properties and methods like set adds a new value, and we have gets the value by using key reference. We have a has to verify whether given value is available. So you can simply say that given entity, so or entry is available. And we have delete. So to delete a value, and we have like size to get the length. Many are same like array manipulations. You have to just know about some clear. So remove all from map. Actually, map is a collection of key value references. So objects have a lot of issues in maintaining dictionary type data. Actually, means a key and value reference. These type of data are very much required, especially while dealing with forms, interactions, and all. That's the reason we need this type of collection and configuration. So here you can simply put here map dot set, and it is expecting a key and a value. The key I defined as txt. Key can be any type, value can be any type. You can handle different types of keys and value. So key is txt name, and the value is like some John, like this. So map dot set, you can set the values in this way. Another one is txt price and the value is some price, some suppose txt name, some product details, some details, Samsung TV, and price is some price. It's a numeric type value. And so here we are configuring in this way. So like map dot set some LST cities, and here I'm defining an array. You can keep any type of value there. First, we will keep some simple values to configure. Suppose I said some Delhi like this, LST city. That's how we can configure. Now these are the data available here. So this is a key value collection. Key value collections. We have to handle the key and value references. There are several methods of configuring them. This is one technique. You can means defining how you can define the keys. So syntactically you can use this. There is another syntax. So you can also change the options. Don't end this map in the first line. Then in the next lines, we can directly just use this set and we can configure all of them here. That means map and set, and don't use semicolons now. So if I don't use the semicolon use at the end, then you can configure the value in this way. It's a simple way, and use at the end to terminate it. This is another way of declaring. So just set options are defined. You can write in this way also. So this is another method of configuring. So you can change if there are many, you can add. What is advantage is dynamically you can store values, keys and values, and you can access and use them. These are very much required, especially while interacting with backend technologies. Here, how we can access them, So this is, creating a map, creating maps. So creating map. And how do we access them? Means how do we configure and access them? That means access. We can access simply. So access map values. So we can do that by using get method. That means we have to just use map.get and get the key name. Key name is txt name. So through the key name, you can access the values. So that means you can see here, I want to access these values. So here you can give anything. So I'm just giving map. Actually, you can say it is a product. Now, how do we access that? So document.write, I want to get and print the name. Then product.get the key. Key is txt name. I can access that and use it here. So we are accessing and displaying. That, and you can see it is simply available. It is easy to maintain our data through a key value collection and access. So very important, it allows you to access all the keys and all the values. That means you can get all keys or values or entries. You can get all keys, all values, or all entries and handle them individually. You can get all of them, keys and values and entries, and manage them. So how we can get all the keys? Just by using the off operator. So using an iterator and an off operator. And here we have some properties like keys. So keys. So it returns all keys, and values. So it returns all values. Returns all values. So this is easy for handling them. Easy for handling them. The keys and values. That means if I want to read all the keys, then just what I can do is I can use for var. So keys. So or say item of product dot keys. It will return all the keys. It will return all the keys. Keys method will return all the keys. Every key is now inside this item. Just I have to print it, document dot write, and I need to print that item. So I need to print that item in a line break. That means it is going to print all the keys from that collection, and you can see it gets all the keys from the collection. I want to get all the values from the collection. Then I can write here. So for var item of product dot values, and here I can print all the values. Document dot write, and here we have item, and br. This time it is printing all the values from the collection. Values from the collection. So this is easy for classification of key and values. This type of data structure is very important, especially when we are working with databases, form interactions and all. That's the reason this new type of data structure is introduced into JavaScript. And it is not there in early versions of JavaScript. It is from ES6. I'm using var item of product dot entries. We have entries. Entries means it will read everything. Document dot write, and here I am printing the item, and br. And entry is key and value collection. Both key and value collection here. The keys and values are printed with a separated comma. It is easy to read everything and handle everything. This type of data representation is very easy to handle, especially while interacting with forms and databases. Earlier, we have to depend on a lot of object type and array of object types. Now maps will make the process easy. You can also write the maps like an array collection. Map is also can be configured in an array type collection. That means you can write this map in another way. So how you can define the map is, I will remove this. I can write the map in this way. So here we are configuring the map, and inside I can configure like an array. This array contains again an array which contains key, txt name, and which contains some Nike casuals like this, and another array which contains some txt price, and here another value, so some value. So that is a price. Okay, these are the options we have defined here. Now I will save this and I can refresh. You can see those details will come. We can configure and we can access and use them. We can represent in any way. That means this kind of representation is also possible. So that means you can write in this way, or you can also configure in this way. So how to configure the map and define the maps? And if we want to access them, all the keys, values, and entries, This is an example. By using keys, by using values, you can access. And important is key can be any type. It is 1, it is 2. And here it can have any type of data here. Under 1, so we have some details. Suppose here, under 1, we are keeping another array. So this is having a string, some Samsung TV. And it's a price. And so a string Delhi, like this. That means it is having a combination of complex data. So this is having some Nike casuals, and we have some price, and we have some Hyderabad, like this. Now, if I am trying this type of data here, and all these will get those options like this. That means it will get the keys, it will get the values, it can get both keys and values. That is easy for handling complex type of data. We can perform iterations over these numeric keys and access them and use them. So key can be any type, it can be number, string, or any type. So this type of collections are easy to handle, easy to manage, and easy to handle. Earlier, a lot of conditions and iterations we need to write in order to read and configure the values. Now it makes very simple and easy. It is very easy while dealing with key and value pairs of collection. Key and value can be any type, complex type. It can be an ordinary string or number, or it can be again an array. You can configure again an array into it with collection of all the values. It can read the values easily, and it can present the values. So this is one advantage of handling, means it is one good option for handling. And dynamically you can manage your data. Dynamically you can manage your data. So that is what advantage of this. Dynamically means we can add a key, we can remove a key, we can manage everything dynamically. Even into arrays also we can add or remove items dynamically. But this is an approach how we can add or remove dynamically. So means set value, get value. If you want to remove any specific, then what you can do is you can simply write here product dot, so we have delete second key, the key you want to delete. That means there is no second key, only one is available. You can delete anything. So you can delete anything, just you have to configure the delete method here. So that means, so delete key, delete any entry. You can delete the entries by using that key reference. You can delete all. So that means to delete all, we have to just say clear. It will delete all. So delete all. It is easy for managing and handling the data dynamically. That makes the presentations and interactions with the data more better. So this is a combination of key and value. There is another new data we have, set. Actually it is similar to map, but contains only a key, collection of keys, only collection of keys. That means we want to just deal with a combination of keys, then we have to use that key value collections. That key value collection map only keys. So especially when you are dealing with only the fields and you want to interact with those fields, only keys, then set will configure the keys. So it is same, just but it is good for only keys. It has the sub properties like set. That means sets a new key, and so we have the options. We can also use add, right? Because set is already a keyword, then you can use an add here. So because in the latest version we have this add option now, we can add a new key into the collection. So you can add, you can check, you can delete. So you can read all the keys. So we can verify all the methods, like we have has, like we have delete. All these are same. I'm not giving the definition because all are same. So clear, it is used to clear the options. Now the advantage is we can access them and use all the keys by using a simple off operator. By using a simple off operator, we can configure that. So only the difference is it is just a collection of keys. Individually, if you want to deal with the keys, then you can configure this. So that means here in the iterator, so here we are reading all the values and all the keys here. Just suppose I will give another example for this. So just how to configure the set options and define here simply. So where, so just product say keys is equal to new set, and you can define this set with a collection of values. Same, you can add in all the techniques you have learned in map. Here you can define, because it is only the collection of keys, then set it can have the collection of keys, some txt name, so some txt price. So these all considered as keys. Price like this. The keys collection you can directly configure, or you can use add function, same like that. Now if I want to iterate and access, then just what we have to do is we have to use an for. So where item of keys, and we need to just document dot write, and we need to keep this item with a line break. This time you are configuring all the keys, and we are adding all the keys and using all the keys here. So it is getting all the keys here. So this is a simple technique. Rest of all options same like map. You can do same like map, but difference is it is a combination of key and value. Here it is a combination of keys. That means many times individually, if you want to deal with only keys, means only the fields that are returned, then you can manage the fields individually. So we can extract the keys and push those here. Dynamically, we can manage them. So that is the importance. That means you can add, you can remove. Arrays also can be dynamically controlled, but array requires a lot of combination of other logics also to handle. So generally array have shift, unshift, push, and pop like options. So here sets and keys are specially designed to deal with complex data structures. This will be helpful for the people who are dealing with backend data sources and all, interacting with complex data and all. So these are the new data structures actually. New data structures introduced into JavaScript. That is from ES6 onwards, this facility is available, right? So that means earlier we don't have this. So in old version browsers, when you are trying this, then it will say an error saying that map is not recognized or set is not recognized. but all recent browsers can use them. No need to worry about that. Dynamically, how we can add the options and configure the options, that for that we need some example here. Even a array or a map or a set, a simple example, you need to understand how we can configure and add that. For example, suppose I will give you a simple overview of how to design such dynamic adding. Dynamically, how you can manage. I give you one example, you try with others also, like with maps, with the sets, how to manage them. So here I'm just adding, so dynamic HTML. Okay, now dynamically how we manage that, dynamically how we can handle and manage that. Actually, maps, sets, arrays, all are similar, only combinations you need to understand where to use them. Suppose I'm designing a simple page here, HTML, and the head section, and the link relation is equal to style sheet. Okay, href node modules bootstrap this css bootstrap.css. Okay, now here I will design a simple list type collection where we can add that. Suppose I am designing a registration here. So container. Okay, and so H. So name and price. That is the option here. So we need a T body here. T body. So the concept is here. I need to display the data beside name and price. We need to collect the data entered here, and we need to add product that should be added into this table dynamically. Then we need some collection which can collect the values and use the values and add into the collection. We can display in a tabular form. There are several techniques for doing this. Now what I will show here is into the table body I will give an ID. Into the table body I am giving an ID, and the ID is T body, right? So anything, just the ID we are giving. So first point is we need to collect the data coming from here. That means here we are expecting name and price, and it should be displayed here. Already it may have some details here. First point is table may have some details already. Then here I am writing a script. The script contains a variable. So this time you can create a map or a set or an array. I will give you array. You try with map. So suppose I am creating products is equal to, it is an array type, and array of objects here. And this array of objects here we are having, so name, so some name, and price and some price. Here the key concept is, so the name and price and price. So what we want is this data must be added into this table. into this table. On page load, I want to add. So I'm writing a function body load. Okay, good. This will be called when body loads. So on load is equal to body load. On body load, we need to access the data and use the data. Generally, how we can access and use the data on body load. Right. So technically, it's very complex now because we need to add into a table. And in the table, we need to add into this T body. First, we will get the T body. That means T body is document.getElement by ID, T body. That is a table body section. Fine. Now I need to perform iteration. I need to perform iteration on every row in this products collection. That means I'm using a for operator for. So for var item of, or simply say product of products, that is the collection. Now for every product I need to create a row and add to the body. How do we create a row? Generally what we have to do, tr is equal to document.create element and tr, table row is created. Fine. Now into this row we need to add two cells. That means one for name, so td name, and this is document.getElement by id, td, that is for table data. Another one, td price, is equal to document.get, sorry, not create element, we have to create element. Two td elements we have to create. So create element td and create element td. Two cells are created. Now what should these two cells contain? One cell should contain name, another cell should contain price. So, and what we do is td name dot inner html, because it is a table cell. In that we are displaying product dot name, and another td, that is price, is equal dot inner html. We are adding product dot price. That means name and price are defined into these two cells. Now these two cells we have to add, into row. Then what I am doing here is I am defining tr dot append child. I need to add, one is td name. Okay. Another tr dot append child. So dot append child. Another is td price. These two cells are added. These two cells are added into the row. Now the row is ready with these two cells, and this row should be added into t body. Then here I am writing t body dot append child. Into the body I need to add tr. Table row must be added into the table body. This should happen on the page load. It should get the details and display. Now that is fine, perfect. That means we are accessing the data from a collection and we are adding into this table. This is a very lengthy process of handling this. But this is the only way. There is no other shortcut here. This is the only way you can do in JavaScript. So here we are looping through all the products. we are creating one row dynamically, and we are creating two cells dynamically. So creating of row and cells finished. In the cells, we are applying the values and we are adding the cells into row. Then we are adding the row into table body. These are all the stages we need to go through. So this is a complex scenario and there is no other chance. We have to do like this only. There is no other way. The other easiest way is jQuery. Through jQuery, you can manage this in a simple way. I will show you that. Initially, this is the approach. Now, what is the point? I need to get this value, what they enter here. Suppose mobile and some price. And this price, this value, when I click add product, it must be added into this table now. Dynamically, we need to manage that. And we need to handle this. Now, how to manage that? So that means that's again the complex scenario we need to follow here. So we have to write the logic for add product button click. So let's write the logic for add product button click. That means I'm writing a function and add product is a function. This function is called when they click on this button. That means on click. On click is equal to add product. That is the function. Okay. What it has to do? It should collect the name. So here, so name, it should collect the name. And it should collect the price. So we will do like this. Txt name is equal to document.get element by id txt name. Okay, that is text box. Txt price is equal to document get element by id txt price. Okay, so this is the name and price. Now important is here when you are dealing with that, this is only text boxes. We need to collect this and we need to add into this array. But array is expecting an object. That means here we will create an object here above. So that is where new product. It is an object. This new product object is expecting name. Currently it is empty. Okay. It is expecting price. That is empty because it is number type. Now what should happen is when add product is clicked, these values must be added into this new product. That means new product is equal to, it is expecting two properties, name, and this time name is coming from txt name dot value, that is text box value, and price is having txt price dot value, price value is coming. This new product must be added into array. How to add a new element into array? You know, products is an array. Dot push, we can push the new product into it. That's it. I will put an alert saying that product added successfully. This message we will display. Product added successfully. After adding, I will call body load here. That means page will load again after adding successfully. So that now see what happens here is we are collecting the data here. Refresh. I'm entering the data. Some Lenovo laptop. Okay. Some price. And I click add product. It says product added successfully. Okay. Then it has to display. And see here, it is added, but what is happening? It is adding to the existing. It is adding to the existing. So whenever the body loads, it should not add to the existing. It should clean up the existing and add. That means body load, what it is doing is it is performing this all iteration again. And when it is performing that, it is adding to the existing. That means generally when you try to add anything, then here we have document dot get element by id tbody dot inner html is empty. That means we are cleaning that up. And body load. So here I'm adding some, so laptop, and adding some price. Okay. And add product and okay. Only that will be added. That looks better. So that means we clean up the body and add that new one. Of course, after adding, we can clean up this text boxes also. That means what we do is here generally. So txt name dot value is equal to empty. Txt price dot value is equal to empty. There are several ways of doing that. So I entered here some laptop. Okay, and some price. And I add product. Added successfully. After adding, it will clean up these text boxes. There are no values into that. We are dynamically adding the values here. Dynamically adding the values. Suppose I say sunglasses. And I define some price. And I click on add product. Okay, that is added into this. This is how we dynamically deal with them. Now what you have to do is you have to try the same with map. You try the same with map. Only the point is you need to create a collection with map, not like this. And second, you need to add into that map. Looping and printing, everything same. Into this, you need to add by using set. Instead of push, you have to use set. You need to just understand how to collect the data and use the data. If you can try that, that will be good. That will be easy. Here actually, so we need so many points here. Means so much complexity will be there according to the requirements. In JavaScript, there is no other alternative. This is an example. I will give this example here. So this is an example. This is the complete example. There is no alternative here. This is the only way you can manage. We can make this very simple and short with more better functionalities with our jQuery. jQuery allows you to do the same work with less functionalities, but less coding. That's what important is. So in real-time projects, you will not use JavaScript much. You will use jQuery only. Majority of real-time projects. JavaScript you will not use. But jQuery is all library built with JavaScript only. That means now learning jQuery for people who learned JavaScript is just few hours of time. That's it. Because we have to just understand the syntactical features, how it works. Advantage here is all the language, all the coding, logic, everything same. Only the point is how you handle the logic in jQuery. Then you can do the same example with less number of features, right? You can do everything, but for that you have to write, because I know some people will ask, sir, can we perform edit and delete also? You can do, but for that you have to write the logic, na? Some people ask, can I filter and sort? You can do, but for that you have to write the logic, na? Without writing anything, there cannot happen everything, right? You have to write logic for everything, right? You can do everything. So whatever you see, that is all written logically. So that's what you have to think, and you have to write how to handle those type of operations, right? Initially, first you have to try this. If you can try this, then we have to see the same in a simple way. How do we manage that? That we are going to do with jQuery. So we will see that in the next session, right? Tomorrow I will tomorrow no session. Tomorrow no session. We will start again Monday. Monday we will see jQuery. We start working with jQuery. In jQuery you will learn Ajax also, how to handle Ajax calls and all. So once you know that, then the same examples you can do with less coding. Then you will feel more easy in dealing with that. But language basics are same. Only the approach and syntax you need to learn. You can easily handle that. So in lab sessions, I will give you examples. In the lab sessions, I will post JavaScript examples that you have to practice. Our mentor will make you practice with those JavaScript examples, right? Monday, we can start working with jQuery, right? Then we will meet again on Monday, okay? Right, thank you. Examples I will post to the lab sessions. You have to try that.